especially on this Wednesday. Well, listen, sometimes it is really easy to get stuck in a cycle of behaviors and mindset that reflect the trauma that we've been through. And Cody got a chance to speak with an author who has the tools to help us overcome living in victimhood.
A wise woman once said, relax, relate, and release. But sometimes it can be hard for many of us to move beyond trauma, and so we live in victimhood. Our next guest is here to help us rise from the culture of that mindset and unleash the power of possibility. Judy Wilkins-Smith is a world-renowned systemic work and constellations expert, motivational speaker, and author of Decoding Your Emotional Blueprint, a powerful guide to transformation through disentangling multi-generational patterns. Welcome, Miss Judy. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Cody. It's lovely to be with you today.
I think this is something that we can all relate to, even if we maybe don't know that we relate to it, right? Because sometimes that can be hidden under multiple layers of other things.
Absolutely. We don't even realize that we're being victims until suddenly we feel stuck, or we feel sad, or it's all about me and everything's happening to me. If that's happening for you, yes, you may be stuck in victimhood.
Why do we find validation in our trauma? Is it simply a matter of social conditioning, or does it stem from something deeper?
There are a couple of things. First of all, being a victim allows you to belong, because at the moment we have a very big culture of victimhood. So you kind of go, okay, well, it's not just me. And that allows us to relax a little bit. But it also catches us in what we call a systemic trance, because now you're part of it, and to snap out of it is a little bit harder. And then there's the fact that you may have inherited a pattern, because you don't just inherit physical DNA, you also inherit your emotional DNA, your patterns of thoughts, feelings, and actions. So you want to ask yourself a couple of things. First of all, is this mine? Or is the whole family like that? Or is the whole culture like that? And then the very next thing you want to do, once you've acknowledged, hey, I'm really feeling it, this is rough, I'm stuck, acknowledge that. It's true for you right now, that's what is. And then what you want to do is say, so what one new thought could I have? Just anything, something that says, you did a good job today. Today I went out and achieved X. Just one new thought, and then one new feeling that goes, you know what? That felt pretty good. I'm good at this. And then one new action, which is go for a walk, I nearly said a Starbucks one. Get yourself a coffee.
Sure.
But just do one thing that allows you to shift from that feeling of, to I got this. And it really is just one new thought, one new feeling, one new action at a time.
Is this something, and I think this is where a lot of people fall a lot of times, they think, oh, well, this is just the way it is. I don't have control over that. Do we have control over our mindset? Is that something we can change?
Absolutely, we have control over our mindsets. We know that we're in trouble, we're stuck, we're in the glue, it feels awful. But guess who made those thoughts? You did. You reacted to an event. Go back to the same event and then see if you can shift it. So let me give you an example. You have two men who are in a car accident. Both are paralyzed from the waist down. One says, this is the end of my life. The other one says, my life has just begun. They're both right. It's literally what we're telling ourselves. Often what we're doing is borrowing from others. We're borrowing their thoughts. So what can you tell yourself that starts to shift that and shows you that there are two sides of the coin? You're only looking at one. How are you going to open the door? And it's just that one little piece of shift that will do it. You don't have to master the whole thing at once.
Part of that is building emotional resilience. You mentioned that. How do you do that? How do you build emotional resilience?
So I'll tell you a very quick and easy way for me, and I think it'll resonate with your audience. Go for a gratitude walk. I know it sounds crazy, but go for a walk around the block and look at everything you have, not everything you haven't. Look at everything you've accomplished, not everything you've failed at. Really start taking a good, positive inventory of what you're doing right. There's a lot, we fail ourselves as well when somebody pays us a compliment and we go, oh, don't do that. Listen to what they're saying. They're telling you what you're getting right. So start skewing your mind towards what I do right. That's positive possibility thinking. The other possibility thinking is trash talking. Don't do that.
It's so easy sometimes to fall into that, but getting out of that really can make a huge difference. I like the idea of the gratitude walk. That's a great idea. Miss Judy, thank you so much for your insight and for your time. We certainly appreciate you stopping by with us today.
Thank you for having me on the show, and I can't wait to hear who's done their gratitude walk and what happened.
I may go do one right after this show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. To learn more about the subject or Judy Wilkins Smith, you can head over to allindiana.tv. More All Indiana next.